All right, everybody, good morning. Um, if you're in my class, then if you follow directions, you have this worksheet folded in half in your notebooks. If you're in Mrs. Johanningsmeyer's class, I do apologize. I think we tore out the wrong page and did not get the right one sent home. So if you do not have pages 545 and 546 in your math book, what you're going to do is you'll play this video. In the first 4 slides, when the slide first comes on, just pause the video, do all the problems in your math notebook, play the video, and you go on to the next slide. And then pause the video and do that page. Then when you're finished, slide 6 starts the answers. If you already have the worksheet, then make sure it's finished and you can skip in the video forward to where you see slide 6. All right, so there's slide number 1, questions 3 through 5. Slide number 2, questions 6 through 11. Slide number 3, problem solving, questions 12 through 14. And slide number 4, questions 15 and 16. Okay, let's go ahead and go over this. Our directions say that we have to write a mixed number and an improper fraction for each shaded model. So let's do this together. A mixed number, you should have 1, 2, so I've got 2 whole ones, and then of the model that I have left, I have 2 shaded, and each model is divided into 3 sections each. This one has 3, this one has 3, and this one has 3. So how many pieces is my model divided into? 3. And then my improper fraction, the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to ask myself, how many pieces are shaded in all? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And once again, how many pieces does each model have? It's the same as my mixed number. They each have 3. Okay, let's do this one. My whole number, how many whole models do I have shaded? I have 2. How many in my partial model do I have shaded? 3. And then how many is in each model? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 2 and 3/10. Improper fraction, how many are shaded? Well, I know this first one has 10, this one has 10, this one has 3. So 10 plus 10 plus 3 is 23. How many is each model divided into? 10, so 23/3. Okay, question number 4. They tried to trick you a little bit by putting the partial model in the middle, but you're too smart. How many whole models do we have shaded? 2. And then we have 1/2 of that one in the middle. How many pieces, units do I have shaded in? Well, we have 5 units. I forgot to change my color. 5 units. And how many is each model divided into? 2. So 5/2. And then finally, number 5. We have 3 wholes. And then we have 3 out of 4 of that partial model. And then for our mixed number, I know I've got 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. And what is my model divided into? Each model is divided into 4. So 15/4. Okay, next page. Now we need to draw a model to write each mixed number as an improper fraction. Okay, I feel like this one's a little bit easier because it tells us exactly how many models I'm going to have to draw. I know I'm going to have 5 units in each model because that's what my denominator tells me. So I'm going to draw a model. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to draw another one, try to make it as close to the same size as I can. Now shade them in. I know I've got 1 whole. So I'm going to color all of my first model. And then I've got 3 in my second model. Okay, number 7. I know I've got 2 holes in a partial model. So I'm going to need 3 to make this happen. 2 for my whole, 1 for my partial. How many pieces is it going to be divided into? 4. So I am going to draw 3 models that are divided into 4 units. Let's color them in. I know I've got 2 holes, so there's 1 hole, 2 hole, and then I've got 3 out of that final model. All right, 1 7/10. So here I know I've got 1 whole and then 1 partial, so I'll put those together. I need 2, and I need 10. Holy shalizzy. I think what I'm going to do is draw like my fifths, and then I'm going to draw a line down the middle. Now, if I were doing this perfect, I would make sure that they were all the exact same width apart. The units are supposed to be the exact same size, but that's really hard to do when you're drawing. Okay, so I have 1 hole, so I've got to color in all 10 of the first model. And then I have 7/10 of the second model. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And remember, it doesn't matter which 7 you color in. Just color in 7. Okay, number 9, 11/8. Now, how in the world am I going to do this one? Well, my denominator tells me how many pieces in each unit. I know it's an improper fraction, so I'm going to have more than 1 for sure. So I'm just going to start drawing my first one. So it has to be 8 units. So I'm going to make a fraction bar divided into fourths. And if I draw a line straight down the middle, I now have 8. Now I know that I have to have at least a second one. I might need more, I don't know yet. All right, and 11 of those have to be colored in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, now remember, if you make a mistake as we go through these, pause the video and make your corrections, okay? All right, 9/6. My denominator tells me I'm going to have 6 units in each model. So I'm going to take half of 6, which is 3, divide it in half, and now I have 6. Probably the easiest way to make models with those larger numbers. All right. Now I have to shade in 9. Okay, so 9 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and the final one is 7/3, and this one I just have to divide into 3 units each. So I'm just going to do a simple bar. Bars seem to be the easiest for me to get them as close to consistently the same size. How many do I need to color in? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I'm going to have to make another model because I don't have enough. And I'm going to put this one this way because I'm running out of room. 7. So 7/3. Okay. Problem solving. Now remember, if you missed it, go ahead and fix your answers, okay? This is a diagram of a horseback riding tour right over here. Okay, so we're going to be looking at this map to help us come up with our answers. There are resting stops along the trail. Write the distance from the covered bridge to the stables as an improper fraction. So here's my covered bridge right here. And then here's the stables. So the stables have, or the distance is 3 3/4, correct? 3 3/4. Mitten is a mixed number. I need to write that as a fraction. Well, the easiest thing to do is going to be draw your model. I know I'm going to have fourths because My denominator tells me there's 4 units in each one. I know I need at least 4 because I have 3 wholes and then I've got 3 out of my 4th one. So I'm going to go ahead and make that. Okay, and there's my 3 wholes and there's my 3/4. Now I can use this model that I just made to figure out my improper fraction. So I know I've got 4, 4, 4, and 3. So 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I have 15 shaded in. And how many is in each unit? 4. So 15/4. Okay, on number 13. I can't even pronounce that. Joaquin reached the end of the trail in 2 hours and 15 minutes. Write the amount of hours he spent on the trail as a mixed number and as an improper fraction. Okay, I'm going to clear my work area from number 12. Okay, so he had 2 hours and 15 minutes. Well, I know that 15 answers the question, how many minutes? Okay, now the question is how many units? What's my denominator going to be? Well, I know there's 60 minutes in an hour, so I know I've got 15 out of the 60 units. So it is 2 15/60ths. Now, this one's really hard. We haven't done this yet, but let's think about this. I know there's 60 in each unit, right? I am not drawing 60 different units 3 times. But I do know if I've got 2 wholes, then I've got 60 and 60, right? Because I would color in all 60 units on each one. And then on my last partial model, only 15 are colored in. So now what I can do is I can add up what I know. So it is 135 minutes, and there's 60 minutes in each hour. A little bit tougher. Hopefully you got that. If not, I hope you understand it. If you don't understand it, I want you to put a question mark beside it so that when we get back to school, you can ask me about that. We can talk about it a little more. Okay, so let's look at number 14. Kelly walked 3 miles. Abby walked 3/4 of a mile. How many miles did they walk in all? Well, I know I have 3 wholes. Whoops, what in the world? Why did that already? There we go. I know I have 3 whole miles, and anytime I have 3 wholes, I know it's 3/1, because what's my unit? 1 mile each, and then 3/4 is how much I have in my next mile, because Abby didn't walk the full miles. Now, when I'm adding, we normally have to have common denominators. But since this is a whole, I know that immediately I've got my whole number's 3. I don't even have to write 3/1 if we don't have to. I'm just kind of telling you that to prepare us for something down the road. And then 3/4, so 3 3/4 miles. All right, that's it, folks. So, no, it's not. No, it's not. Take that back. Name an improper fraction that can be written as a whole number. That's what we just talked about. Any number over itself could be a whole number. So I could write 125/1. I could write 1,736/1. But keep in mind, you've got 1 unit in each model. And then I have 3 colored in. So how many holes do I have? I have 3 holes. Here, I'd have 125 with 1 unit, 1,736 with 1 unit. And number 16, finally. How are improper fractions and mixed numbers alike, and how are they different? Well, they're alike because they have the same number of units in each model. And they're different because the mixed numbers has a whole number and a fraction. And improper fractions only have a fraction. And the numerator is bigger than the denominator. And because of space, I just abbreviated. All right, that is it. So if you haven't checked your work from your daily review yesterday, please do that. And also make sure you do today's daily review. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. If not, do remember we have an e-learning day Friday and Monday. So I actually won't see you again until Tuesday. What a bummer. But don't worry, if for some reason we don't go to school on Thursday, we will have our fall party on Tuesday, I promise. Alrighty, the mystery word for this video is, hopefully you can read that. We're working on reading cursive writing, happy. So write that down. It's going to be part of a message. All right.